Hello, and welcome to myfinanceteacher.org. A quick update on Bitcoin. Before we continue, let me remind you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't and click that bell notification. Thanks a lot. Usually these Bitcoin cycles last for about a couple of months, although these cycles can stretch for quite a while. For example, the cycle between October and December lasted for 56 days, whereas the cycle between December and March lasted for 86 days. This shows you that the cycles can stretch for quite a while. Now zooming in onto the ongoing cycle, I am generally positive on Bitcoin over the medium term. We are still below the 200-day moving average, we're below the 50-day moving average. We also see that RSI is at the moment at about 45. Even if within this run-up in Bitcoin, RSI doesn't go into overbought territory, there is still a lot of space to come somewhat closer to that overbought territory. However, there are also some cautionary signs on Bitcoin, like this death cross where 50-day moving average crosses under the 200-day moving average, while 200-day moving average itself is sloped downwards. However, I personally don't pay too much attention to death cross or golden cross. Sometimes they do give a false signal, although in the longer term they might be an interesting indicator of momentum. As you know, what I like to look at are cycles, since they're based on market sentiments. And looking at Bitcoin's history, we see that each of these 2-month cycles, even when Bitcoin dropped quite a lot, like here at the end of 2018, the top of the cycle came very close to at least retesting the 50-day moving average. In all the other cycles since the end of 2017, during this bear market in Bitcoin, the top of each of those cycles poked above that 50-day moving average. For that reason, I'm still positive on Bitcoin, even in relatively short term. And of course, in the very long term, over the next couple of years, I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin. Coming back to the ongoing cycle, looks like Bitcoin wants to take a rest a little bit after rallying from $4,000, the tip of this candle here, all the way up to $6,900. We see that in the second half of March there was a pattern of higher highs and higher lows. However, now at the end of March this pattern has changed. What we see is a higher low but a lower high. That is usually indicative of some consolidation going on, and this is the time when you want to wait and see what's going to happen. So in my personal portfolio, I closed the trade today since I saw that we are not going to have a higher high, at least in the next couple of days. And it's been a nice run up over the last couple of weeks. Often during a consolidation period, the price moves within tighter and tighter range until it's ready to break out. During consolidation, you usually see a triangle pattern associated with the tightening of the price range. And I think we're going to see a breakout from this triangle over the next several days. I think there is a higher likelihood that the breakout is going to come to the upside. And there are a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, as I said, we're still below the 200-day and 50-day moving averages, and often these 2-month cycles at least retest that 50-day moving average and usually close above that at the top. Secondly, this ongoing daily cycle has only been going on for 19 days. And since these cycles usually last for a couple of months, this cycle still has a pretty good chance of continuing upwards. The third reason is that after poking through the lower range of the Bollinger Bands in mid-April, we have not reached the upper range of the Bollinger Bands yet. And looking at history, the tops of the cycles often do poke through that upper range of the Bollinger Bands. But I don't want to risk too much. It's better to see which way the breakout occurs before you take the position. For this reason, I think that we're going to come down to this lower range of the triangle, probably somewhere close to $6,000 before we actually break out. I would give this probably a 60% chance. But I would say that there's also a likelihood that we're going to break down from this triangle and I would probably give it only 40% chance. But 40% is still considerable, so I don't want to take too much risk in my personal trades. It is safer to take a position once you see which way the breakout is occurring. In that case, you can also manage the risks. You would know a little more clearly where to place your stop loss. So there you go, my quick update on Bitcoin for you. And in response from you, I would like you to hit that like button right now, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, so that you stay tuned for market analysis. And for now, I wish you a good day and good luck in your trades.